It was a cold afternoon when a puppy was found, huddled next to a decomposing corpse, reluctant to move away. The scene was heartbreaking. The puppy seemed trapped there, as if it were clinging to the last vestige of connection with what was probably its mother. A girl, passing by, noticed the little animal hidden in the middle of the green belt, and as she approached, she also saw the decomposing body of another dog on the ground, already lifeless for days. The puppy's left front leg seemed broken, but even so, it remained firm, hesitant to leave the body. It was as if the puppy felt that, by staying by its mother's side, it would not be alone, even if she was already dead. The situation was pitiful. No one seemed to care about this scene of suffering until the girl decided to take action. Moved, she bought some bread rolls for the puppy, which, after eating voraciously, drank a lot of water. This gesture of kindness was enough to break the little dog's barrier of distrust. After eating, he relaxed, stopped being on guard, and became calmer around people. Although he had an obvious injury to his leg, the puppy was lively and friendly, full of life, even in the face of so much adversity. 2 days later, a rescue team was called and arrived at the scene. The sight they found was touching. The puppy was still there, next to the corpse, as if on guard, not wanting to abandon the only link he still had with his mother. When examining the body of the deceased dog, they noticed that there was still a collar around his neck, suggesting that, at some point, he had had owners. No one knows what happened or what these two animals had been through, but the puppy had remained faithful, guarding the body for days, without moving a foot. Even with the rescuers present, the puppy kept his eyes alert, carefully observing the group's actions. The girl who had found him called the puppy repeatedly, and, although hesitant, he limped towards her. The scene was heartbreaking. Even though his mother was dead, the little boy still looked at her, sniffing her body reluctantly, as if he were saying goodbye for the last time. He seemed unable to accept that this was the end, but at the same time, he knew that now he had to move on. "Don't worry, little guy. You're not alone anymore. You have us now," said one of the rescue team members as he carefully picked up the puppy in his arms. They took him to a veterinary clinic where he was examined. The diagnosis revealed something unexpected. The puppy, who was only 2 months old, had been born with a congenital deformity in his paw. Fortunately, he received the necessary care, including deworming, and was soon ready for adoption. The puppy was lovingly named Xiao Nuomi by his new adoptive family, and the transformation began quickly. Small but incredibly intelligent, Xiao Nuomi learned simple commands like "give me a paw" and "come here" in a matter of days. A week later, he was vaccinated and has since become fully integrated into his new family, where he found not only a home, but also a canine brother, Xiaobai. Xiaobai, an older dog, welcomed Xiao Nuomi as if he were his own little brother. The two little dogs became inseparable, sharing not only games and runs, but also the bed, where they slept snugly, side by side. Finally, little Xiao Nuomi, who had once faced the harsh reality of living on the streets, with a broken leg and without his mother, found the warmth of a loving home. 2 months after being adopted, he had already grown up a lot, full of energy and mischief. Playful and full of life, Xiao Nuomi brought joy to everyone around him. All you had to do was call him, and he would come running, with that mischievous way that won everyone over. It is true that dogs do not speak, but they understand everything around them. Little, helpless Xiao Nuomi, who was once at the mercy of the streets and abandoned, was now growing up strong and healthy, surrounded by love and care. Thanks to kind people like the girl who found him and the rescue team who saved him, the little dog had the chance to know what it is like to be loved and protected. And it is because of these people, willing to lend a hand to help animals in vulnerable situations, that stories like Xiaonuomi's have happy endings. Now, he lives a life full of affection, and his presence radiates joy to everyone around him. And so, we continue our mission, knowing that for every rescued animal, there is a chance for transformation, redemption, and, most importantly, unconditional love.